The trap base that will be explained in this video by default will have the doors opened. If a player will be curious enough and he will look inside, he will notice just normal 2x1 stuff. Even if he will stop looking from the airlock, the only difference he will notice that there is a double door on the left. There will be notice inside, so probably he will think that is in another room. But once he will enter inside to check the loot, it will be his end. In fact, the garage door will start opening while the entrance will be automatically closed behind him. While behind the garage door is hidden an auto turret that will shoot with a shotgun several times until he will die. Even a full geared player won't be able to resist 2 shots from it. The first cool part about this trap base is that the doors won't be triggered by you when you will enter inside. Plus, in the 2x1 trap side you will find a lot of useful stuff. To be precise, a fridge, a repair bench, a sleeping bag, a locker, a research table and a workbench. Next, opening the garage door you will find the trap area. While behind the second one there are 3 furnaces. Plus, on the lower level you will find 2 buttons. You will need one of them in case you will mess up with the doors in order to reset the trap. While after fixing the doors you can use the second button in order to open the trap for the other players. If all the doors will be in place, the previous button will also be able to disarm or arm the trap base. Anyway, to explore the rest of the base, you will need to suicide and use the sleeping bag inside the bunker. You will respawn inside a honeycomb locked by a double or garage door. Behind this door on the upper side, you will find 2 large wooden boxes and 2 small ones. On the central level, you will find another large and 2 small wooden crates. While on the lower level you will find another large and 2 small wooden crates, plus the TC. While on the right side of the TC you will find a twig half wall you have to destroy with a melee weapon. This will collapse the floor between the furnaces and the auto turret. Thanks to the garage or double door behind the auto turret you can leave the bunker open while you are online. In fact, if you will be online raid, this door will give you time to seal up the bunker. Anyway, before going out for scavenging, you have to open the bunker door and press the second button. This will set up the trap, opening the entrance doors and closing the auto turret one. Now open the auto turret door and then close the one of the bunker. Close the auto turret so who will enter won't see it. And finally you can get out for a scavenging run. Then after you will get back, if the trap won't be triggered already, you have to open the auto turret and press the second button again. This will disarm the trap, closing the entrance doors. While if you want to log out, enter inside your bunker and leave your gear there. Next you will need to place a half wall in the passage. Then, using the triangular floor, then upgrading it to stone, seal up the bunker. Also, to arm the trap with the door closed, you will need to press the second button in order to enable the trap, open the turret garage doors and close the entrance one. Then close the bunker garage door and the auto turret as well. As a result, if someone will start raiding your base from the doors, he will need to face the trap. Also, if they will use explosives in order to destroy the turret or start destroying the next door, this also will destroy the door controller. As a result, the trap door will be closed automatically. Therefore, now the raider will need to destroy also the first garage door as well. After destroying both garage doors, he will face a dead end. Obviously, if he has the hammer with him or craft one on the fly, he will be able to check where is the entrance inside the bunker. But even after this, he will need to destroy the triangular floor to enter the bunker. Finally, once he will get inside the bunker, he will find the TC. But even after all of this, you still have an extra layer of protection that is the garage door where you have the sleeping bag. And the chest on the third level also will be unavailable from here. Obviously, because of this, I suggest you to leave your best loot in the upper level. So the raider, if he want to reach your best loot, he still need to destroy this garage door as well. Anyway, time for the building process. Start from a square foundation and place it one half wall high above the ground. Attach to it another square foundation followed by a triangular one. Then switch to doorways and create an airlock with the exit on the right. Inside the doorways, place the doors that will open to the left. Finish the 2x1, adding the walls to the external foundation edges, excluding the last one on the right where you have to place a wall frame. Immediately after, upgrade the wall frame to stone and add to it the double door. Time to upgrade everything else to stone as well. Add the roof and upgrade it to stone as well. For the next step, open the double door and from here you have to place a triangular foundation on its level. Attached to its right edge, you have to place the next triangular foundation on a level below. Then another one close to the wall on the level of the first foundation. Then switch to a normal square foundation and attach to it to the last edge of the lower triangular one. Then on the left edge of the square foundation you have to place a triangular one on the higher level. Time to switch the half walls and place them all around the square foundation. Then place the walls on all of the external edges of this structure. Upgrade everything to stone excluding the half wall between the triangular and square foundations. Once everything is upgraded, you have to add the roof and upgrade it as well. Now attach to the upper half wall of the square foundation a triangular floor, then upgrade it to stone. For now, using a melee weapon, destroy the twin half wall. Then place the tool board as close as possible to the right edge of the triangular floor. Then finally add some resources to the upkeep in order to prevent the structure to decay. Next add a half wall on top of the top left triangular foundation. This will allow you to place a square floor above the triangular one you placed previously. This last structure you have to upgrade to stone, while the previous half wall have to be destroyed. At this point, place back the half wall between the triangular and square foundation. This will allow you to place above it a normal wall that next you need to upgrade to stone. Immediately after, destroy the half wall underneath in order to be able to enter inside the bunker area. Inside, by crouching and jumping, you have to reach the upper area. Up here, in one of the corners, you have to place the first large wooden box. Next, place the second one as close as possible to the other wall. In front of each, attached to the wall, you have to place a small wooden crate. On the lower level and on top of the triangular floor, you have to place a large wooden crate attached to the left wall. On its right, as close as possible to the tool board, you have to place a small wooden box. And another one in front of the large wooden box. A little tip, if you will place a crate in front of the TC, you will be able to stand on top of it in order to place correctly the last crate. Anyway, it's time to go on the level of the TC and place on its left side, close to the wall, a large wooden box. Between the TC and the large wooden box, you can fit a small wooden box. Between the large wooden box and the triangular foundation, you can place two small crates, and another one on the left side of the TC. By the way, if you won't be able to reach the triangular foundation now, you have to pick up the last upper crate. In fact, you have to place it between the large box and the tool board in order to avoid that an edge of it will stick out from the right hole. At this point, you have to add a wall frame above the last edge of the triangular foundation. Don't forget to upgrade it to stone and add to it a double door. If you will place it the way that it will open toward the crates, you won't be able to reach the triangular foundation. In fact, to place it correctly, start from the side where you have the tool board and look on the left edge of the wall frame. This will allow you to place it the way that it will open toward the opposite side. The only disadvantage by doing so is that it can be noticed from outside, giving a hint to the raiders. Therefore, as soon as possible, replace it with a garage door. But be careful how you place it, because if you won't do it correctly, it will stick out from the walls. From the triangular foundation, you have to place it looking to the right of the wall frame. In fact, this way the roller will be placed inward, that will prevent it from sticking out. Now, crouching, go above the small area of the triangular floor and turn around looking toward the foundation. While the door is opened, you'll be able easily to place inside this area a sleeping bag. Don't forget to give it a clear name like bunker. At this point, the bunker side is done, so get out, and to seal the bunker, place down the half wall you destroyed previously. This will allow you to place in the triangular hole a floor. Don't forget to upgrade it to the same level of the foundations. Now, to access again the area you just sealed up, you will need to suicide and use the bunker sleeping bag. From here, after opening the double or garage doors, using a melee weapon, you will need to destroy the twin wall on the right from the TC. This will result in collapsing the triangular floor you placed previously. Keep in mind that after destroying the half wall, you won't be able to place it down for like 20 seconds. In fact, there will be a wood log in its bottom middle that will prevent you from doing so. But once it will despawn, you'll be able to place back the twin wall and seal up the bunker with the triangular floor. Time for some furniture, so enter inside the bunker entrance area, and on the other triangular foundation you have to place 3 furnaces. While going back inside the 2x1, on the right side of the double door you have to place a workbench. Don't place anything on its left, because the workbench level 3 will occupy more space. And once placed down, it will nearly take all the space till the door. But at least under the level 3 you'll be able to fit a small wooden box. Attached to the wall on the right from the workbench you have to place a locker. Don't forget to secure at least this one with a key lock. Next, in front of the locker, as close as possible to the right wall, you have to place the research table. Underneath, place a large wooden box. Then, between the small space between the research table and the workbench, you can fit 2 small wooden boxes. On the right from the research table, place a repair bench. While on its lower side, you will be able to place 2 small wooden boxes. If you save it as much space possible, in the small section between the repair bench and the door, you will be able to place also a fridge. This last one will help a lot to catch people inside the trap, because it will hide the door. Finally, it's time to place also a sleeping bag in the space that is left. Don't place anything else in front of the door, otherwise it will close the aim sight for your auto turret. By the way, don't forget to name your sleeping bag as well. Now, to make it easier to enter and check out the base while it's opened, you have to get out and place a foundation on the lower side in front of the entrance door. Use it in order to add a staircase toward the entrance. Don't forget to upgrade it to stone, the way that if there will be some fights, this part won't be destroyed. For the next step, we will build the trap side, and for this you have to start with 2 solar panels, 2 small batteries and 1 wire tool. Start by sealing the bunker. This will allow you to place a half wall on one side of the triangular floor. Then above the bunker entrance, place a triangular floor. Remove the half wall and upgrade the triangular floor. Next, above it, close to the wall on its left and on its right, place the small batteries. Time to get out from the base, and on the right side of the entrance you have to place a square foundation. Above it you will need to place a L-shaped stairs. This will allow you to get on top of the roof. Up here you have to place the two solar panels facing the north direction. Connect the first solar panel electric output to the power in of the small rechargeable battery. Next, go back on top of the roof, place the second solar panel and connect it to the second battery. Once done, get out and destroy the square foundation in order to make the stairs collapse. For next step, you will need to find a button, a memory cell, a splitter, 3 door controllers and one AKB-AKF sensor. Place the splitter above the central part of the wall between the batteries. Then connect the power output of the battery with the power in of the splitter. Immediately after, on the left side from the splitter, place down the memory cell. Next, connect one of the power out of the splitter with the power in of the memory cell. Place down the button and connect its output to the reset of the memory cell. Now go back inside the 2x1 area and place the AKB-AKF sensor above the entrance door. Connect the next power out of the splitter with the power in of the AKB-AKF sensor, while the power out of the sensor with the set of the memory cell. Time to place the door controllers, and you have to place the first on the right side of the double doors. Close them, and looking at the lock, you have to hold the interaction button. From the radial menu now, you have to select the option Unlock. At this point, open the doors and interact with the door controller in order to pair it to the door. As a result, it will automatically close, and now you have to interact with the lock and lock it back. Immediately after, connect the output of the memory cell with the door controller. Next, place the second door controller close to the airlock door. Pair the door controller and lock it back. Now you have to reach the exit door and place the second door controller above it. And finally unlock the door, pair the door controller and lock it back as well. At this point, go back to the memory cell and connect its inverted output to the power in of the airlock door controller. Then the pass-through of the airlock door controller with the exit door controller power in. Now, if you will go back to the memory cell and interact with the button, it will open the closed external doors and will close the double door. Now you have to press and hold the interaction button looking at the AKB-AKF sensor. From here, you have to use the option Exclude Authorized. So now, if you will enter inside your base, the trap won't be triggered. An important note, if you will mess with the doors, by pressing the button won't reset the trap. Also, you won't be able to disarm the trap as well. To fix this problem, you have to place down a second button and connect its output to the toggle of the memory cell. As a result, by pressing this button, it will fix the doors. In other words, it will arm or disarm the trap. Now that the doors are ready, you have to craft an auto turret. If you have some problems to obtain its blueprint or resources required to build it, you can visit the outpost where you can buy one for 400 scrap. And once you have it, place it on top of the triangular foundation behind the double doors. Initially, I suggest you to place inside it a EOKA pistol. Don't forget to place inside it also some shotgun ammo. Next, replace it as soon as possible with a double barrel shotgun. Finally, connect the electric output of the second battery with the power in of the auto turret. There is a little problem that probably the double doors in your case will open toward the 2x1, closing partially the visibility for the turret. This means that if the intruder will be quick enough, he will be able to hide behind the door. To fix the problem, interact and hold the interaction button on the lock, and after unlocking it, you will be able to repeat this action in order to remove it. Then, after opening the door, hold the interaction button on top of it in order to remove it. Now place it down, looking on the left margins of the wall frame. As a result, if it will open toward the turret, opening it fully the visibility inside the 2x1. Don't forget to interact with the door controller in order to pair it back to the door and place the lock on top of it. There is a little problem placing this way the double doors. Once they will be opened, they will stick out from the walls. Therefore, as soon as possible, replace them with the garage door. Also remember that to replace the weapon inside the auto turret or add more ammo, you will need to disable it. To do so, with the wire tool equipped, you have to right click and hold it looking at the power output of the second battery. This will interrupt the power supply, disabling the turret, but you have to remember to power up it again later on. An important note to know, the EOK pistol inside the auto turret is quite efficient because it won't fail while it will shoot. So it will be quite efficient against even full equipped enemies, but it will take a few seconds more compared to the double barrel. Another thing to keep in mind is that after the shotgun will shoot several times toward your enemies, it will damage also the furniture. So after each fight, I suggest you to check them up and repair if needed. Now, if you want to keep your bunker opened and also the trap armed at the same time, I suggest you to place a wall frame between the auto turret and the entrance inside the bunker. Then add a double or garage door in it. This will prevent the trapped players to enter inside your bunker while it's opened. A little tip, before placing the door, I suggest you to move the buttons under the triangular floor. This will allow you to arm and disarm your trap from the entrance inside the bunker. Plus, if you will place a double door instead of a garage door, you won't be able to enter inside the upper area before removing the door. Now your trap base is finished, but you also can reinforce it adding some honeycombs. To do so, on the side you want to reinforce, you have to add a triangular foundation. If you won't be able to place it at the same level of the main foundation, you will need to add some half walls, then the normal walls on top of it. Before placing the high level walls, I highly suggest you to first place the triangular floor above the honeycomb. Otherwise you won't be able to place it and upgrade it without getting on top of the roof. Also, after upgrading the walls, probably they will have the soft side toward the external part, because you placed them from outside. The soft side has a lighter white color compared to the external one. So, with the hammer equipped, you have to hold the interaction button looking at them and use the rotate option. After both walls will be rotated correctly, they will connect together in the edge. This passage is very important because the soft side is 10 times easier to destroy. Personally, I suggest you to first reinforce your bunker, then the trap area. Also a good idea is to reinforce with the honeycombs the central external walls. Otherwise, if the foundations here will be destroyed, the enemy will have access to your bunker directly.